actually the true measure of winning? I think I'll tell you what the true measure of winning is. Winning is your own place and have most, if not complete, control of it. And, you know, oh, that's who was waiting. Oh, it was me waiting for me. Okay, so no one was waiting here. Never mind. Sorry, CRS. Sorry, Dark. I lied to you. No, I wasn't trying to. Again, these things happen. It is still 100 degrees in here. Well over 100 degrees in here. I'm looking at the thermometer now. Today actually happened to be the hottest fucking day of at least the western part, the Puget Sound region history. I haven't looked up anywhere else. Oh yeah, that was something else. This is a rogue broadcast. Probably gonna be going off camera quite a few times. I'm gonna try to keep myself fucking cool here. I am really appreciating the cold showers again. Not something I'm used to doing again, but hey, feel a heat like this. Let me explain how this place is kind of set up. Maybe you can see the fan in the back here. That has certainly been of help. Two other ones that are directed at me right now. One actually probably could be more aligned. We got the water that you hear running in the background, probably. Who knows? Everything else is just fucking hot here. I even had to stick my goddamn Irish cream in the fridge. Some things I'll risk as far as that goes, but you know what? Let's not go that fucking far. I'm off camera. Hey, back to the old days. Where it's just the floating bacon strips talking in the background. Oh, holy shit. 108, 109, 110, 112, 113, I think, are some places around here. And, of course, all these coasters, you know, Candy being among them. She likes to make fun of us because, you know, she's on the East Coast right now. She gets to deal with the extra humidity that happens. You know, that's what happens when you deal with anything east of the Rockies. Okay, fine. Then we have, you know, a guy I was talking to in the Discord video, not video chat, but just voice chat or whatever. Yeah, he laughed at all you Americans. Like, Jesus Christ, literally is a record-breaking fucking heat wave here. First, my buddy brings up fucking, what was it, you know, was it global warming, and liberals are never going to give that up, and she's pretty much sort of given up kind of on that, even though that's where she started. You know, we'll talk more about her later. You know, but yeah, shit got real here, man. Shit got real here. Oh fuck. Okay, here we go. That dog of mine, I don't know what the hell he's referring to, but okay. Ray John, what the hell are you up to at this hour? Hey, past your bedtime. Up to my nuts and fat chicks, Jesus. Okay. Hey, no hate there, man. Trust me, I've been there. Quite literally. Saying. Not that I haven't had my share of hot chicks, you know, I've had quite a few. Hey, as they put it, you know, a notch counts a notch count. See, again, I told these guys in the Discord video or voice chat or wherever the fuck it was. You know, tried to start a stream after, you know, Dark of Dark Like Dugan did his thing. I had everything. It was ready to go. For whatever reason, it just was not fucking working. And apparently, you know, by the time I was ready to start, I had quite a few people lined up to, you know, launch that stream. And so, you know, I don't want to exactly say I'm mea culpa because, you know, these kind of technical difficulties, they do happen. They happen. And I spent the last few days off. This actually is my last day off. I think I'll be working tomorrow. We'll see. I might try to extend that. Simply because I have the time to do it. You know, whether I'll actually see that is another story altogether. But, you know, gonna be fucking hot that then too. And let's just say I'm not exactly excited to be working in that kind of environment. I already did it before. I don't want to do it again. No. 1,500 on a gaming computer, is that too much? I would say yes, because that's more than my car actually cost when I first bought it. But the gaming rig that I actually do have a gaming rig now. It came from, let's just say, across the street. My not landlord, but the apartment manager, Kim Pachi, he didn't want it, I guess, so he just gave it to me. Apparently, it has over $1,000 worth of parts. Keep in mind, he just gave it to me. I didn't pay for this, but it actually is. It's the same sort of model that Candy uses for her gaming thing. So I don't know. I guess if you're really into that, you know, the money can be well spent, but not something I will spend my money on personally. You know, just so you know. How much did it cost? I don't know. I was told, you know, it's a base model you start with, or a model you start with, and then you add on from there. It's kind of modular built. Apparently, it has $1,000 worth of parts at least. Do I know the parts in it? No, I don't. Because it's been a long time since I've been building computers. I used to build computers way back when. I don't anymore. And that shit is foreign to me. Just saying. But yeah, I figured I'd at least throw something up here. Again, Saturday night. That apparently that was the Whiskey D of broadcasting, because, you know, all these people apparently was waiting for me. I got to hear about that last night, you know, from some of the people who were waiting for me to get the show started. It just didn't fucking work. Sometimes these things happen. Might have been on my end. I thought it was on my end. If it was on my end, I shouldn't be able to start this so easily, but I somehow was. So maybe it was on StreamYard's end. I'm not sure. But what are you gonna do? I just spent the time in, you know, I called what time? Here wasn't. That's all I did. I just felt like kind of, you know, like I had a nice topic lined up and everything, and usually it's free form like it is now. Of course, I'm not usually broadcasting, you know. Well, it's literally 100 degrees out here. Actually, probably well above that in here. Yeah, actually, yeah, still well over 100 degrees. Literally where I'm sitting right now, over 100 degrees. Try not to. I don't do very well in the heat. I don't. And that's not even counting for, at least if you keep the air moving, until you get to a certain threshold. You know, you're usually okay. I've been 100-degree heat in like the old place. That's a little bit different. This place is a little bit different, so it's going to be more difficult. Days leading up to this wasn't all that bad. It really wasn't. Now we can talk about the last few days. The days I had off, man. It was a very nice few days off. So we have what was it? It's a Seattle-based program, basically. There's shit you're dealing with, and actually ended up being sort of. It was sort of. I wasn't actually making this up. Again, I don't do very well in heat, and the point was like, I am having a hard time actually kind of breathing. It reminds me of a training session I had where I got pushed past my limits and kept fucking going. Because I'm just that kind of person that refuses to stop. Even if I know it's bad for me. It's like, no, I'm not stopping. Maybe I'll talk about that later. I don't know. Saturday afternoons when I requested the paid time off. It actually was that bad. It was the least of the hot days. It was only like 97 or 98 or something. Next day was going to be about 102, 103, 104, which is already pushing the limits of how hot it normally gets out in this area. And Monday, it's going to be like, it was 111. I still remember, what was it? There was some chick that I ended up meeting. Apparently she lives on, well, I'm not going to say where, but a rough street in Seattle. I don't know if she was fucking with me at that point or not. Who knows? But no, she's fucking with me. That's fine. If she's for real, then I'm just going to go ahead and keep that secret anyways. I find out she lives in Seattle. I was like, oh, you live next to, what's her name? Eastly Resistance. Like, and then she immediately texts back, like, yeah, if we live, bruh. Again, cultural appropriation. Hey, did it just get dark in here? Turn the lights off. Not enough. Not yet. But she posts, what was it, the forecast? And it's like, it was only 111. And then I looked later, like on mine, it's like 114. Yeah, oh, great. I mean, Seattle is usually at least a degree or two. They're a degree or two cooler or warmer than it is in Auburn or like the area I live in now or whatever. Usually it's a little bit different because they're depending on where you are, Seattle, it's right off the water. It'd be like this Como waterfront, There's that. It helps at least a little bit, even with a city that's kind of as urbanized as Seattle is. And so I have an idea of where she lives. I'm not going to give that out, but here she lives, and probably going to get a little bit hotter than, the waterfront of Seattle. Just saying. So yeah, that's been dealing with that for the last few days. Saturday was like, yeah, I actually am not feeling good. This is why I actually went to the 7-Eleven that's across the street. Part for recon, but the other reason, I wanted to see what the rules are like. Again, city I'm in now went real fucking totalitarian. They went full fucking, they went full retard as far as the mandates goes. But the 7-Eleven was always okay. I wanted to explore that. Even, I went to my neighbors, hey, I'm going to a 7-Eleven or, whatever else. Hey, you want anything? They're like, nah, I'm good. Go over there. They're okay. So it's good to know that they've been okay this entire time. Now they have a good customer. I don't mind walking over there. And they're 24 hours, too. So I can walk over there, okay. After 2 p.m., probably can't get a bottle of wine or liquor or anything like that. But hey, I want some food that I just want to make or don't feel like making. I can go over there and get it. It's kind of cool. Get that Saturday. And I spent most of the time just sitting around here, just sitting outside, not where the studio is. This was too fucking hot. I was practicing the martial art, the old ancient martial art, or don't be there jitsu. It's like, I am not dealing with this. So I was outside for the most part. Talk about Sunday in a moment. Would you rather take a Wilder cross or Mike Tyson left hook? I don't know who Wilder is, so you'll have to explain who that is. Chris, up, big. Hey, thanks. I didn't know you subscribed here, but thanks, man. Sorry about the other night. I wish I could see some of my sound deadening here. As I just realized that's all fucked up. I don't know how that happened, but hey, these things happen. I fuck up the camera view too. Hot as fuck here, can I say? Yeah. There are some advantages of living in a third-story attic unit, and being here during literally the hottest day on record ever is not one of them. Guess what? I was not here for that. Fuck that nonsense. Like, let me tell you about this one. This morning, and again, it's hottest day here. It's already getting today. It was still like in the 80s, and now it's like the low. Maybe 70s, depending on where you were. And I wake up, thank God, only last 3 days I've been waking up at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever, and that fucking sucks. I'm picking Wilder, by the way. I can do right-handed people because I'm left-handed. Usually throws them off. Unless they have a serious amount of experience, then no. There you go. There's your answer, Rajan. In case anyone was new, Rajan always asks me about like mixed martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu people and all that stuff, just so you know. Sometimes he throws gay jokes and shit in there, so. In case anyone who's new here doesn't know who Rajan is, that's what he does. He usually tries Cappy's chatting and a couple others. You're southpaw. Yes, I am a southpaw. That's my left hand. I am partial to that. I've told people this, and they still haven't been able to cope with it. All except for a few people. A couple of other black belts, and then, of course, my instructor, he could deal with that. Because they have the experience to deal with that. Anyways. Yeah, this morning it was... Fuck. Every 30 minutes, I'm getting closer and closer to the damn fan that's kind of pumping air. It's at least chopping it up a bit. It helps. That's the thing about being out here is, as long as you keep the air moving, then you're fine. And once you start getting past a certain point, like, okay, you start getting to 110s or something, then everything is heating up. Like I'm touching like wooden panels right now. Anything that's exposed it's hot to the touch. So once you start getting that kind of saturation level, then yeah, like there ain't much you can really do unless you have air conditioning. That's when you actually do want to have air conditioning. And by the way, that's going to be the new wave out here. I still remember way back when, this was about 4 or 5 years ago, I was going to get new tabs or something. I was at the Auburn license station or something. And I was chit-chatting back and forth with the lady that's there. And I ended up talking about, hey, like maybe I'll get my air conditioning redone or something. Some little jackass, some old guys, like he sits back, he starts guffawing. You should like, oh, air conditioning in Seattle? Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! He starts pulling that bullshit, and my person was like, okay, well, clearly you never travel outside of the Puget Sound area, so you wouldn't know any areas that you actually might want to have fucking AC, i.e., anywhere past the fucking Rockies. You know, like where Katie, like where she's staying right now, she's staying in Charleston. And that's right off the fucking water. It's Jesus Christ. You do not want to fucking deal with that. Now it's like, okay, I can pull the bullshit I'm doing right here. Got all the fans, you know, I got the fans, I got the exhaust fans that are directly in front of me, in which that means it's drawing all the hot air towards this area. Therefore, I'm probably going to be a little bit hotter than I would be in other parts of this very, you know, extravagant abode that I have here that I call Fort Sky Dungeon. So it's going to be a little bit hotter here than anywhere else because that's where the air is being drawn. But I want the air drawn here because this is not where I'm spending my time eating. This is not where I'm spending my time even cooking because that's a different location. And it's definitely not where I'm spending my time sleeping, which has its own open area that draws in a little bit of fresh air. That certainly fucking helps. But guess what? After this fucking heat wave that we had to deal with, guess what the fucking stories were in the news? Oh, everybody wants to get air conditioning now in the Seattle area and Tacoma area and all the other areas in between. And yeah, hey, color me fucking shocked. Something that was laughed at 5 years ago, and guess what might become standard now? I wonder if that fucking asshole that laughed at me because I said I wanted to get my air conditioning rebuilt in my vehicle. Because, by the way, working, you know, noon to 4 o'clock. Here's the thing about just being up here. In LA, the hottest times is in between noon and 2 o'clock, maybe 3. And then it starts cooling off. Up here, this is how I found out that latitude matters. We're talking 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, maybe even as late as 6 o'clock. And that was the forecast on when it was going to be the hottest here today. And when it was going to be the hottest the other days, too. Okay. So that was kind of misfine. But yeah, you take in the latitude or whatever. Sun's out here much longer. There's other factors that goes into that. So, but it was still weird dealing with it, you know, firsthand. First time up here was hell. It was hell for me. It was hell for Hot Russian X2. Because we got our place, and then guess what? We found it was actually, for whatever reason, that year was susceptible to mosquitoes. You had two choices. Either die of heat exhaustion or open the doors and windows and let all the mosquitoes in. Guess which one we chose? We chose not to die. I'm still okay with that decision because I'm still here now and I'm still able to talk to you. And if she was around, she'd be able to talk to you too. She's still around. She's just with someone else. And good for her. Hopefully he can give her the kids that I wasn't willing to do. And I don't even think that's going to happen. Well, there's a boxer. Okay, that's nice. So that means he has strengths and he has weaknesses. May or may not know about those. Sunday was pretty hot. Woke up kind of the same way, but it wasn't as bad as today was. Even the wood that I'm touching right now, it's heated up. It's like anything that was exposed in here, and this does not happen. At least as far as I know. I've been here for a little bit less than a year, but I have not experienced that here. I haven't even experienced that at the other place that I have. It's like everything that's be able to touch is like it's not super hot, but it's definitely hotter than it normally is. It's warmer than it normally is. But yeah, last Sunday that was fun. It was woke up. I actually was feeling really good. I had a debacle of trying to start the stream for whatever reason it wasn't working. And so after 10, 15, 20 minutes of trying to figure that out, gave it up. Say, hey, Candy's she's still awake for whatever reason. So why not go talk to her? And that's what I went and did. In bed, and so I wake up like 5 in the morning or something. There's one of these. There's a Truly's. And I was just kind of sipping off of that, and then I was drinking water afterwards because I just wanted to drink water afterwards. I come out. I found one of my sleeping aids, like melatonin or something. It's like, I am not going to be awake at 5 in the fucking morning. That's not happening. So I go do that, go back to sleep, wake up about like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock or something, which is fine. I'm supposed to be at, their place at like 2 o'clock. I have what was Alaskan king crab, and I also had craydads, which I thought, they requested specific things, and I figured I'd throw something else in there just to add a variety. Of course, by the time I get there, I have the king crab or whatever, and then it was the Menage a Trois Pinot Gris. I got that for when Candy had visited here because Pinot Gris, that's her flavor. That's what she likes. So I figured I'd get the best one I can get, and she try to and just make it kind of experience because that's what I do. Um, but even I like that. I don't even like Pinot Gris all that much. It tends to be too bland as far as I'm concerned, but even that one was pretty good. Both of us liked it. So that's why I decided to get for them. Like, because they had shared some of their wine with me. I was figured I'd bring a bottle for them. Wasn't even planning on drinking it at all. This is just for you guys. I'm totally fine with just drinking water. Hey, when it's that fucking hot out, guess what? At some point, you don't even want to have anything that's liquor based or has any booze in it. Just saying. Speaking of which, I'll be right back, and I see Ray John's comment, but I'll be back to that. You guys play some Jeopardy music in the background while I'm doing this. All right, we're back. Holy crap. What do we got here from Rajon? Have a nice bottle of wine chilling, she says. I wandered out of her hotel room about 5:30 hours after giving her a good sing to. What the hell does that mean? Is this a recent encounter of yours, Rajon? What the hell does that mean? I'm serious. It is that fucking out here. Again, give me all the shit you want because you deal with your shit on the East Coast. And then the third story attic unit where the roof is basically the fucking ceiling. Guys, you get back to me on that. Ask for a friend. But Saturday went pretty well. With the exception of everybody going in and out of the goddamn place that has air conditioning, that being the main building. But you notice having closed doors, kind of important to having air conditioning, especially central air conditioning. Because you're trying to cool off the entire goddamn place. So it's like 2,500 square feet, and that's just the bottom floor, not including top one. I may have that wrong. But a lot of goddamn space you're trying to keep cool with central air. And you got a million people not only producing their own body heat, but going in and out and leaving the fucking door open and, you know, not caring about this shit. And I'm like, I don't even live there. I'm just like, why the fuck do people keep leaving the fucking door open? Like, what the fuck? And so, yeah, everybody was surprised. Okay, why is it 80 degrees inside? Because your lead kept leaving the fucking door open. And by the way, it's 105, 107, 109 degrees outside. Yeah, real fucking surprised there, Sherlock. But it was a good thing. I enjoyed my time there. I forgot the crawdads, and I had to go drive back. I debated whether I was going to drive back for them. And I came to the conclusion that if I didn't, I would never cook them. At least not myself. Especially in that kind of scenario. And the money would have been otherwise wasted. And so I decided to drive back. Nick decided to join me, or he wanted to just kind of hang out and talk and all this other stuff because we hadn't had a chance to do that really. We had a chance to do that when we were working in the backyard, at least a little bit, but you know, just us, you know, one-on-one, whatever. Drove back to my place. I gave him a very thorough view of what, you know, this palatial estate that I have here that's in the fucking attic unit. Got to give him a very good view of that. You know, grab the crawdads or crawfish or whatever you want to fucking call them. And then we drive back. And so now I'm tasked with actually paying attention to this. And I did this for all about 30 minutes. And I was like, there's a shit ton of other seafood I want to start eating because I think previous day, all I had was some Twix ice cream bars, a pre-mixed margarita can, and then a couple of these. And that was it. So I was eager to actually get some protein in my fucking system because I don't want to lose the muscle mass that I have. Just saying. Part of my reasoning of even going there. Aside from just, you know, I listen to folks, and by the way, they got air conditioning and I don't here. Which I'm struggling with right fucking now. Still sweating through my fucking skin, for fuck's sakes. In the back there. They give me a pot that has other seasoning stuff in it. Just throw the crawdads in there. Wait for them to boil. It takes forever for it to get back to boil because everything else has been finished. Made a plate from that. I'm actually eating from this plate, you know, by the time this gets to boil. And I think, my mom-in-law, like, it was her birthday. She actually gathers them whenever. I grab a couple. And I remember my father, like, he doesn't want to try them because he just doesn't like them. I've never had them before. I just figured I'd add another flavor to it. Always heard good things about, crawdads, crawfish, whatever. Let's just say it ain't much to write home about. I'd rather have shrimp. At least shrimp, like, you eat the whole fucking thing. You cannot eat the whole crawdad. That's what I found out. Why? Because I tried. I had a couple of them, and I was like, nah, I'm going to stick with everything else that we got here. We got the lobster tails. We got several kinds of shrimp. We got several kinds of crab. We got, hot link sausages, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. Crawdads I actually went way the fuck out of my way to go get. Went back home, took a good friend, he got a touring place and whatever. And it was nice to hang out with him and all that stuff. But back home and went back there, spending more gas just to do that, which I'm totally fine with. It's like, okay, it's not have to. Good. Now I know that crayfish or crawfish or crawdads or whatever you want to call them, it's not my thing. But hey, at least we all now know. What's up, Atham? Atham working hard as per usual. Wonder what the fuck heat you're dealing with, especially since we're dealing with the worst heat wave here ever. Literally the worst heat wave here ever. We had literally history breaking weather temperatures, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Again, I don't do well with heat all that much. So, hell, and I had the day off specifically because of this. I'm not working in this. No. That brings me to today. I was not going to work in this. So, liberal buddy who lives out in Enumclaw, she had gotten a day off because it was the hottest day ever. Literally the hottest day ever. And it was too hot to do anything other than keep her farm animals, alive. And so she wanted to go to the lake, and god damn it if I wasn't going to join her for that. I woke up this morning, literally this morning actually, 10, 11 o'clock, something like that. And just every 10 minutes, I'm getting closer and closer and closer to this fucking fan that I have blowing air. That's kind of mixing the air that's coming out of the crawl space unit area that helps keep fresh air in the bedroom unit. And I am starting to reach the upper limit of what I can actually do with just this without actually resorting to air conditioning. Of which, if we have another fucking day like this, I'm just going to install the air conditioning. Fuck it. I'll do it. Again, if this is the East Coast, we're talking about swimming to your car, all that bullshit. That kind of humidity, I do not do well at all. Fuck no, I am having air conditioning. So one thing is keeping me actually from driving down to go see Candy or anything like that, and making it a real trip like that. Because I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. I really don't. Even though I lost a lot of the weight that I found out, again, I'm not buoyant at all. Especially in fresh water. Even though that's the case. No, not happening. I'll fly. Okay, what papers do I need to forward to say that I had the vaccine or whatever? I got the pin, which is right here. That should be enough, but who knows? Apparently, a whole island in the California area, they won't let you on unless you have the paperwork. Which, again, I kind of contribute to a certain political ideology that Germany had, way back in the 30s and 40s. That should have been beaten out of them, and it seems like it has been, but apparently it survived into other places. I'd rather fly out there for experience reasons alone. And then that being close, I think I could deal with the humidity a little bit better now. But, yeah, my fucking headphones on. Jesus Christ. That's why everything sounds so loud. Cool. But yeah, I was like, all right. I'm getting close and close to this fan, and then I forgot to turn off the coffee maker, which competes with energy for the extraction fans that are directly in front of me, which draws all the air that it possibly can out, so new air can come in. And as long as the air is kind of cool, it helps out at least a little bit. Again, once you get to a certain temperature, then all bets are off. And that's what it reached today. I was like, I have reached the upper limit of what this can actually fucking do, at least here. Now, in the bathroom, I have it's a small fan, but it's a very high velocity fan, and it helps. Right now, it actually is blowing kind of hot air. Hey, who's this asshole? Who's that? DLD After Dark. What up? What up? I was on his Discord earlier. He had CRS on as well. CRS. By the way, CRS Firearms. Everybody go check them out, and then check this guy out as well. He always has good. You should have one up tomorrow. I don't know if they'll have it up. He always advertised like 6 or 6:30 or something. Now it's more like 8 o'clock. But whatever. He always has a show up, so go check him out. But Matt, Mike Concho of CRS Firearms, like he's actually taken his time to help Dark with some of his thumbnails, some of his captions, how he titles things, and what he's learned. Is like he's just taking the time to do that. And talk about a good mark of a good person. He's just taking the time to do that. I was just there. I was just kind of along for the ride, and I learned a little bit. I'm glad I tuned into it. And it's just kind of nice to tune in. It's nice to have, people to just kind of chat with. But hey, you got CRS Farms in the chat, and the guy has 100,000 fucking people, 120,000 people. It's pretty fucking big as far as the YouTube thing goes. Sure, you got people that send the millions, but that's a different thing entirely. But he's like, hey, it's cool. Hey, thanks for coming out. All that other stuff. He's real fucking cool. He really is. All right, cool. He got that updated. I'm just going over my day here, or my last few days. Yeah, today I was I got the best I was able to do was the high velocity fan that I had in the bathroom while I was drinking my coffee and fucking around with the idiot that was on Twitter. That, hey, are you winning, son? You ever hear that phrase, are you winning, son? That's something that Rob says, usually put out there. Nick August will put out there. She tagged him in a couple places. And can't remember what the fuck the argument was about. It was about it was about the Civil War and why it started, and whether it was centered in slavery or something back then. I didn't really go back and look, and I know the history, but look, if I'm not being paid to look for it or look back at the argument, then I'm not going to do it. Because it's precisely the reason that this fucking idiot. Okay, you guys go check out the link, by the way. Like this fucking idiot. It's something that I'm used to dealing with. They want to win. They want to win an online argument. That's what they're doing. And so every interaction that they get that's directed at them, they take it as some sort of attack and they find a way to counteract it in their own mind you. And so they do that. All right, well, whatever. It's not something I haven't seen before. Bull Rush has. It's not like Bull Rush is new to this, so he's seen it before. He's going with it a lot more than I am. I'm just going with just kind of like I'm just gonna fuck with this guy, and of course, oh yeah, he's kicking my ass. He's beating me into the ground. Okay, look at me. Hey, I'm right here, and I'm being beaten into the ground by this total fucking Anna on the internet. That's how he literally proceeds it like that. And that was my last tweet that I had out there. Point proven. My last tweet to this guy was, hey, you know what's the greatest thing about living in a hollow person's mind? It's rent free. And he somehow had like a retweet response to that. Hey, I'm kicking this guy's ass or whatever. Like, really? And so this is what you see as a victory. See, again, always ask, have these people been punched in the face before? I'm going to take a wild fucking guess to say that he hasn't. Because anybody that actually has been punched in the face before has actually had to deal with real consequences. They don't see this kind of online shit. It ain't, are you winning, son? It ain't. Because real combat goes way beyond that. And if I get a chance, I got all the screenshots. I even let him know I had the screenshots, and he still kept fucking going. He wanted to have the last word. That's what it was. He kept retweeting everything that I was retweeting. He wants to have the last word, so I let him have the last word. I just took the screenshot and I made that a separate tweet. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. I'm pretty sure he pays enough attention that he's gonna see that, and he's gonna retweet that itself as some sort of victory on Twitter. Because that's where you get your victories. You get your victories on Twitter. You don't get them in real life. You don't get them, with the girls. Like, how do I get the girls? You don't get them on the battlefield or anything. No, you get them on fucking Twitter. You get them on fucking Instagram. Apparently, that's where people like to get their fucking victories. Apparently, that's where they get them. What can I say? But that was what I was saying. Like, let them have it. He can't get victories anywhere else, so let him have the fucking honor. Yeah, okay. You had the last word, and you said you were badass. That's nice. And so, what else you got going on? I went to my folks, seafood boil out. I went to go hang out with my buddy on the lake. And then we talked for quite a while afterwards. And then afterwards, I talked to Candy, the chick that I've been talking to, who's apparently a bad idea, but I'm going to keep fucking going anyways, because why the fuck not? And I actually happen to like her. And what's this guy fucking doing? Worrying about his next fucking move against me, like how he's going to counter the next thing I fucking say, and I wasn't even trying to. I'm just kind of sitting back and watching. And now he takes this as some fucking crusade. Okay, would you rather trade places with that guy or with me? See, at least with me, I'm going out there, I'm talking to people. I had the last few days off, so, and also itself was enough. Would you rather spend time with, like good family and stuff? They bring good food, all that stuff. Maybe you share a beer with them. That happened today with my liberal buddies. Hey, you want to split a beer? Yeah, sure. It's just it's half a beer. It's fine. It's the company that makes it matter. Don't want to talk to the chick that I'm talking to who's on the East Coast, but she's going to be in the West Coast at least at some point. That's the whole reason we're talking and all that stuff, and we actually get each other a lot. Okay, is this guy doing this? Again, are you winning, son? I even tagged that. I tagged it with Nick August and Rob Says. And he counts that as, what was it? Oh, I'm calling him back up. It's like, you don't understand the concept of popcorn, my friend. We're all laughing at you. I started this whole thread laughing at you. And you took this as a serious fucking debate where you think you're really winning, son. You really think you're thrashing us with all your factitious. Like, all we're doing is laughing. We're watching. It's a fucking show. You goddamn retard. Let me get back to the comments. I just saw this, had to see what's going on. Bob, thank you for joining here. Again, I'm sorry for, I think I accidentally swatted you a couple times on Dark's channel, so my bad. That was me fucking up. Just want to throw out that mea culpa there. Like, you never asked for it, but I want to throw it out there anyways. Look, my bad. Robert Moore. This topic tonight. It's, look, I'm making up for the other night where I wasn't able to stream for fucking reasons. And I thought it was because I was low on memory on this device. And sometimes I'm not able to make a stream if I don't have enough memory for whatever reason. I was able to do it tonight for whatever reason. I'm not sure. So I got more exploration to do as far as that goes. Okay. Ray John's back on Twitter. Everybody go check him out. Go check out Ray John. My face is fucked and hard, beautiful smash. Got scars from Rumble. Okay. Okay, he actually has been punched in the face. And women like it a lot. Yeah, you know, women dig scars. And women dig tattoos. A lot of times it's a tribal thing with that. It doesn't always work the other way. By the way, any women that are listening to this, I can understand why you would get to tattoos. The less tattoos and even no tattoos is preferred. Just so you know. That said, it's not exactly a deal breaker. It will also depend on the extent of the tattoos that you get. We're talking like getting like a whole fucking sleeve, or like you're getting a chest tattoo or something. Chest tattoo, that's a bad one. You do not want to do that. But you want a tramp stamp, or maybe just something like on the inside of your wrist or something. I mean, and especially if something that means something to you. I can understand having a meaning behind a tattoo. That's why most guys get tattoos. So we're moving to this whole gender equality thing, so I can understand why you do that. So that's no longer a deal breaker. Again, that said, your human figure, which is what men love, is best not marred by any tattoo. I'm just saying. Crooked nose is not bad. I do have sort of a crooked nose, actually. Thumbnail's pretty funny. Lip size all over. Okay, he's talking about, you know, and let's give a shout out to Sierra's Firearms. He took the time to help out Dark with one of his trailers. I think it was the second one. It was about pistol braces, and he took out a lot of time. And that was one of the reasons I was so late to get to this, even though I scheduled it earlier. The guy took out his time to help out Dark. So that should tell you all you need to know about this guy's character. You know, he could totally big dick Dark all he wants because he has 100 times more subscribers, maybe even plus than Dark does. But he takes time to go help him out and even talk to me, who has 10 times even less. So that speaks a lot to CRS's character, and if that does it, then I don't know what will. Just saying. Missed you the other night. Yeah, I'm sorry. Dude, I'm sorry about that. Thank you. I'm glad it's all good. Shit just didn't work. I don't know why I didn't. I wanted it to work. I had a whole topic to talk about, and we'll get to that at some point. And it's not that big a topic, and it was gratitude for you guys being there, for the people who are in my life that are there, for people like CRS and Dark and all that other stuff. The fact that they're there and they want to help people. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, but I want to get more in depth on it. But hey, these things happen. What can I say? Glad you're here and doing good. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Never got tats or care for tats. They asked for fake bass. It can be. I'll defend tats a little bit. Like if you go through shit, you think about like Starship Troopers, you go through some sort of training, and that's kind of, it's a marking as far as that goes. I can understand that. But that means it's more for guys. Girls, a lot less so. I can understand, I've heard explanations from women, like they got tattoos, but they had an explanation behind it. Okay, I'm willing to hear that. It doesn't make it any less pretty. It doesn't mean that I would not prefer them not to have it versus them having it, but it's better than them being fat. I had a whole show. It was tattoos versus fat rolls. I'd rather have a chick that was tatted up than just ridiculously fat, because at least that's you put the money in to do that, and it doesn't require any laziness. In fact, again, you have to put the money in to do that. That alone means you can't be lazy and do it. And at least they come with a fucking story. Name me a fat roll that comes with a story. I'm just asking for a friend. Tattoos, there we have a cover bar shirt. That's fine. I'm not trying to fuck you, Bob, so I don't care. My scars are real. Hey, you nailed the real thing. Again, scars that I have. And they're really the only tattoos that I've been seriously, considering having tattooed again, just as a memorial thing. The way that they used to look before, like when I had first gotten them, the burn scars that I have on my left arm, they're still visible if you look for them. Nowhere near when I actually had them. I actually thought about getting those, and I'm still thinking about getting that tattoo based on what they looked like before, because that's real fucking eye catching. And what that would be is like, okay, they're tattoos, they're representations of what I used to have, but they were scars that I literally fucking earned. You can buy tattoos, you only earn scars. There's no way of buying scars unless you go through specific training, and even then you earn them. And so that's one thing that I was thinking about. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe it'll happen, but we'll see. Carmel's on shrooms. You got a laugh out of the blood and blood. Buzz noise a couple hours. I think he's talking about his tattoos. Prison test. Time and nothing to do. Well, also depend on the factions that you have to get with. There's the Aryan Brotherhood out there. There's the black version. There's the Mexicans and all that other stuff. Sucks when it's sobered up. LOL. Skulls go over 15 years, then just have them cover up. Now to look great and can't see any of my skulls no more. Scars are not able to be seen. Again, I'd only get the scars tattooed in order to highlight them, and that's all. A woman with tiny tats all over in spots. She's a worldly. Oh, okay. You would love Peanut Physique. Go look her up. Because she gets tattoos like that. It's like you wouldn't notice them if you weren't like actually looking. She doesn't have like a sleeve or dragging across like her pelvic section or anything. It was like you'd have to actually look for her tattoos. Not to say that they're not noticeable, but they're there. They all apparently have their own meaning, and I don't fault her for doing that to have her own meaning. I'm just saying she will look better without them. She has, what is it? Shit tattooed up her spine. She has something in her inner leg, one across her left ass cheek, and quite a few other ones. She looks good with them. She will look better without them. That's what I'm saying. Just saying. Even the chick I'm talking to now, she wants to get other things. Like, I get why you got what you got. And I'm not going to tell you to not get them. I mean, it's your body after all. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. God damn it. So I want to wipe my face off. It's hot. But I know my preferences, and fine, some people like tattoos on girls, most don't. Happen to be on the other camp. Hot Russian X did not get tattooed. She had no desire to. Bola Chaos, she had desire to, and she has specific reasons to do it. And even though I understood, I still recommend that she didn't. Again, what do you want inked on your body for the rest of your fucking life? And I ask that as somebody who has actually seriously considered that question. I was thinking about having, my martial arts school like literally tattooed on my chest where it would be if I was wearing a uniform. How well is that going to hold up? I don't know. I mean, I think at least a little bit that far ahead, so that's just me. Again, I can respect the reason when we get them, especially if they have reasons to do it. But if you have to pick, the ones that don't have it, even if it's for a reason that, okay, maybe you can pick more, you can actually pick what you'll want to have on your woman's body. If they're open to that, maybe there's that. But try to not have it. Whatever you got going on, that's fun. Just a little bit worried about that. That's all. The question always is why? Why do you want to have this on you? And do you think enough ahead to think about why you want it on you? And also is a question that needs to be asked. And I don't think most people do. Let's see. Okay. That sounds terrifying. From an ingrown hair. I had an ingrown hair at one point. It just resulted in like a large boil that looked really fucking worrying, but it wasn't. And thank God it wasn't. Holy fuck, man. I hope you're doing okay. Stay out of the gangs in prison. Yeah, definitely. How about you stay out of prison? Just saying. Hat spots, cheap ass. Yeah, I mean, red flags is a green light. That's what tattoos will show up. That's the hair color will show up. All that is the red flags and her green light. She's gonna be down to do what you want to do. Again, this is why, you know, my buddy disagree with me talking to the chick that I'm talking to now, because she checks a lot of those boxes. But you know what? She's a cool person, and I've made sure of it. Just saying. Hey, you go ahead and keep telling me that, hey, okay, this is a bad idea. All you're doing is encouraging me to keep fucking going. And apparently it's been the same on her end. We can agree on that one. I can't think of anything that I would want to type to my lower back. And by the way, you know, like, that's pretty close to the bone. And any place, you know, you think your collarbone or your chest or your lower back or something, you will not want to have tattooed, because that's closer to the bone. Therefore, there's a lot more pain to deal with that. And so, especially with that, it's okay. That's some dedication. Why are you so dedicated to that, really? Hmm. Okay, Bob, I'm going to take a, well, I guess to say you're a guy. With issues walking. Jesus Christ, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Athens working, of course. A grand each bicep. Jesus Christ. Okay. So if I ever decide to get my my left arm tatted up, just kind of in remembrance of this, then that's going to be a lot. I would tell you she does have a tattoo. Exactly where you what you're thinking of, but I'm not going to say what it is. I've thought about it, but look, I'm just an eternal guy. I don't feel like hitting a target on the outside of the body. That's a waste of happy juice. It really is. So she's going to keep getting it all eternal unless she specifically asked for that. And I feel like actually accommodating it, which I don't think is ever going to happen. I'm just saying. Path, I'm right with you. I don't have any tattoos. I just got scars. Okay. He didn't last long. That's interesting. I'm not going to ask what kind of helper, but I'm going to assume professional helper. Holy fuck, it is still hot as shit here. These fans have been on for the last 2 fucking hours, and it's still about 100 degrees in here. I'm going to pretend I did not hear this. I'm not even going to read it. Okay, yeah, I think that's what's acceptable. Yeah, is like down to your shoulder. That's okay. Yeah. Look, and I get why people do it. There's a whole tribal reason to do it, really. Um, no, I get it. But, you know, the fact that I kind of universalize that, I mean, obviously applies more to women than men, but I apply it to both. And it's like, well, why are you doing this? And if there's no real reason to do it, then why are you doing it? It's okay. It's body modification, and you don't do that kind of thing to your body, whether it's ink or whether it's modifications or augmentation. Some you don't do that unless you think that you're not enough and you need to do more to that. Now, at least with ink, maybe there's experience to go behind that. Maybe there's you know, okay, training you've gone through, an experience you've gone through, and that's why you get that. And he uses to commemorate it. I would think there's other ways to do that, but okay, fine. Tattoos are the old thing, so I have to make that allowance. I have to make that assumption. But everything else, it's again, look at Peanut Physique like the last 2 or 3 years. Look at her 2017. You know, she does not look. I think she's hotter back in 2017 than she is now, even though she has breast augmentation, she has lip augmentation, which I don't even think she would ever think that she would need lip augmentation, but apparently she thought she did. Okay. Now she's got the physique, hence Peanut Physique. That's the kind of physique that I like. It's good, but it's not overbearing. Okay. But she had work put in. Work that she did not, you know, physically work for. And that's one thing that I liked about her. Is like, you know what? I don't have. I'm not. What do you call it? I'm not Dare Taylor. I'm not Danielle Chavez. I'm not a lot of other people. I don't have naturally big tits. I don't have naturally. Actually, has pretty nice lips, actually. So I don't even know why she fucking got that, but she didn't have a chest, and she just fucking worked everything else, and she looked good with that. So, I don't know why she got everything else done, but hey, it's up to her, not me. What can I say? You're not wrong about that. I'm not against tats either. I don't like them on women, but I can understand why they may or may not get them. It's more acceptable for guys. I know it's kind of an unfair thing, but what can I say? 25 outside. Jesus Christ. Never got the reasoning or have ever seen a tat that is up to par as great enough to get one because we changed so much in life to make one. That's what I'm thinking about my arm. Maybe I might do it. I think the story's still enough, but hey, I might do it. It'll go against my thinking, like, okay, I want to be kind of gray man or whatever, you know, like I don't want to stand out. And guess what? A tattoo like that gonna stand out just like it did when I actually had the fucking scars that were like seriously open right there. But hey, why not? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Hey, thank all you guys for joining in. Again, my apologies for this past Saturday. Shit happened. I wasn't able to resolve it, at least at the time. You know, and that kind of thing. Look, it's dwindling as far as technical issues, but this kind of thing is still happens. So thank you guys for sticking in. And it's still crazy to like, okay, I got a lot of notoriety because I didn't go live at the time that I normally go live. And everyone made a big fucking stink of it. And, you know, look, I want to give you guys, there's a reason I did this, just at least kind of make up for that. But thank all you guys for even being invested to the point where you actually made a big shit about it. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't make a big shit about it. You wouldn't. Hell, what's his name? CRS Farms. Like, he didn't realize I had a channel until like the other day. And the only reason he realized that I had a channel, like what I'm talking to you assholes on, is because things got fucked up and you guys made a fucking ruckus about it. And so thank all you guys for doing what you did. You're not hurting me. I mean, I appreciate you just give me all the ridicule you want, and I truthfully deserved it. But all that helps, and I really do appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the help that you guys have done here. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate all the engagement. I appreciate all the comments you guys throw in here, and I appreciate all the comments you guys throw in afterwards. After this is just kind of a whatever show. When it's not standalone, it's just a video. And so thank you guys very much for doing what you do. With these final comments, I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to try to keep this place cooled off. It has not been easy, so just so you know. And for memories, each arm has a meaning. Faith on my left and inner strength on my right. Okay, good and bad. Yin and yang. Cheech and Chong, lol. My family's full ink. Most of my fan falls. And look, hey, look, if it works for you, look, I'm not fucking guys. And by the way, if you're a woman, apparently you guys go after tatted guys, and I'm not one of them, but you know, you guys go ahead for that. Go ahead. Might be one at some point. Who knows? But look, it worked for you. The story behind it. Look, you have a reason behind why you do what you do. So, and that's why I respect the tattoo thing. It's not my thing, but I respect it. Hey, thanks a lot, Bob. I appreciate it. Nice hanging with you, bro. Happy and healthy. I'll do what I can. Get a tiger. 20 years later, I might want a bear. Why? Okay. A tiger and a bear walk into a bar. Just ask for a friend. Exactly, Robert. Jesus Christ, Atham. I'm not going to ask how you know that. Skulls and a wolf and okay, so you evolve those tattoos into something else. That's what you're telling me. I'll try to keep cool, Bob. Appreciate it. Well, it was so soon. Yeah, I guess usually I'm used to going to midnight. I've been waking up real early, Atham, so you know, until I get back to the schedule where like I'm working till midnight and then I'm coming home, then hey, that's what happens when you take the last few days off. Is like, hey, I start drinking early, and then, well, guess what? I start crashing early. It just happens. Jesus Christ. All right. Is that the last comment of the night? I think it is. Oh no, Bob has one. All right. I like how this X'd me out of my own fucking content. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. It actually is really early for me. Like midnight's really early. I'd say why one reason why I'm signing off this early, but I don't want all you motherfuckers making fun of me, so I'll save that for later. Bacon equals Space Ghost. Now we got a million comments coming this on. Yeah. I guess he's out. Beer time. Gonorrhea. Okay. Yeah. That happened. I hit the wrong button. My bad. It happens. You know what? I need to like the cold shower, the cold tab for the shower has what do you call it? It has vice grips on it. And that's what the previous people used to actuate it. And I've not had any reason to use it except for the last couple of days to at least get sort of a cold shower. And I had, Ken Pachi, he's offered to put in another one. I was like, that actually is kind of cool. But, if we're going to have more days like this, then probably be better to have something that's a little bit easier to kind of turn on and off and all that other stuff. Just saying. Thank you, Bob. Peace. Thanks, Alan. Cold shower 45 minutes ago. Where is Dark? Dark is asleep. All right, I'm out of here. Again, thank you all for tuning into this. This is a replacement. Apparently, I had like 1 million people fucking tuning in last Saturday, and look, I dropped the ball spectacularly, and that that kind of thing fucking happens. Sorry that I disappointed all you guys. I wanted to go live, and I wanted it to go well, and shit didn't happen. And sometimes this happens. So, thank you guys for sticking in. I appreciate it. I wanted to throw this out there so you guys had something else at least to listen to. Going to work or whatever. Probably tune into this later. Yeah, people tune in tonight. I'm still surprised people tuned in tonight. But this will be there for you to listen to later. Okay? So, I'm going to go take myself a cold shower. Jesus Christ. You guys are really active in the fucking chat. Cold shower, bacon, spread eagle. Not really. As a cat. Why you dropped the ball? Shit happened. I don't know. No, I was awake. And in fact, for like an hour, I was talking to the chick that I'm talking to now, the 4'11" pink hair girl named Candy. I was talking to her afterwards. And I was just sipping off of a little Truly thing that I have. And I was drinking water afterwards. Like, I was totally fine. I don't know. Shit just went wrong. I mean, and these things happen. Okay, I'm fine with opening up if I fuck it up. If I fuck it up, then that's fine. It was the other fucking side that fucked it up. That was the problem. All right, I'm out. It's still too hot, so I'm out of here. Until next time, stay dangerous, keep it tactical, and above all else, assholes and fornicators and degenerates and everyone else here, be chaos, my friends. And